everyone, it's Ali and welcome to or welcome back to my channel. I'm going through it. I'm going through it right now, you guys. It's been a tough time. It's been a tough week specifically. The election is tomorrow. By the time this comes out, we will know the election results and know who our next president will be. But I am terrified of that right now. I've been really keeping up with the election and paying attention, and so it's just it's stressful. And with that, I guess I should clarify, on this channel we are pro LGBTQ+, we are pro reproductive rights, we are pro immigration, we are pro Kamala. So just saying that. But yeah, so that's why I'm stressed right now. So there's that. That's tomorrow. Daylight savings was yesterday. Bad combination these 3 days with election and then daylight and then bad. And I'm going through a breakup. I'm going through a breakup right now. So that has been really not fun, really quite horrible. And then I'm just tired because I'm doing my internship that I have 3 days a week, and then I'm working my part-time job I have 3 days a week, so I just have 1 day off, which is fine, but it's just tiring. So all in all, I'm struggling a little bit, you guys. I'm just not doing well. I was gonna make this video regardless, but I feel like I really need it right now, which is just a really good self-care night, a fall, it's practically winter, a fall to winter cozy cuddly self-care night. And so that's what we're doing. I think just really getting back into my routine. I've said this in other vlogs, that's what really grounds me and helps me. And I think having a night that's a self-care night, but also my nighttime routine and my rituals, and just practicing those, because it's been a minute since I think that will help me feel a little bit better, which is just all I can hope for right now. First up, I got myself to go to the gym and go get some groceries for the week. What I really need to do is take a hot shower right now. I'm not gonna wash my hair because I have my internship tomorrow, and so I'm just gonna get it all gunky. So yeah, I think that's gonna be the first thing we do to kind of set the mood, is just get all nice and clean, and we'll go from there. Turn my heater on just for a second, so I apologize for the noise, but I'll turn it back off, I promise. But no self-care night is complete without bada boom. This is from Earth Harbor. I got this in Alaska. I'm really into ASMR, if you guys can't tell. It's kind of like a jelly cleanser, so we're gonna put this on. I'm trying to figure out the best way. I think I'm gonna use this mirror up here. Okay, so I think we will let this sit for 10 minutes. And while we're doing that, I need to clean my room. It is messy, and this is, if you can't tell, quite a small room, so any amount of mess or clutter just feels really messy and cluttery. We all know how having a nice, clean, organized space, especially before you go to bed or right when you wake up in the morning, just really kind of sets the mood, it sets the vibe, and kind of mimics the way your mind feels a little bit, clear space, clear mind, right? So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna tidy up a little bit before bed. I'm gonna do that while this sits. Let's get this off my face, please. Okay, I feel much better. This is phase 1 of our moisturizing routine. Put some of that on. I think next, and this could be the most crucial step in this whole process, is getting into my comfy PJs and just getting all snuggled up, because I'm cold, I'm sad. Let's do that. Much better. I feel much better. I did this hairstyle because my hair is pretty dirty right now and I thought like it'd be cute, but I don't think it's giving what I thought it'd be giving. We're just gonna stick with it. Okay guys, next on the cozy list plan is something that's not very cozy, but it kind of is, okay? We gotta cook dinner. This is kind of my meal prep for the week, and so we just gotta get it over with, gotta get it done. Before we do that, we have the second step of our moisturizer routine. Hello, Laneige. I think it's Laneige. Lani, I have no idea actually. As you guys can see, whoa, I'm literally almost out. This, I wish you could kind of see through this. Like, oh, you can. You guys can see like where the actual moisturizer, like this container is so big and thick for no reason. It's so annoying. There's like nothing in here. I digress. I got this because I mentioned in one of my other videos, your girlie's on tretinoin, which means my skin likes to peel and flake. I really wanted like a thick moisturizer, a thick nighttime cream to help, because I feel like I'll wake up and my face will just be like so dry, especially now that winter is upon us. So excited. But I was saying the reason why this is kind of like part of my cozy night routine is because this is just kind of like the perfect fall winter meal. I made it a few weeks ago and it was just so delicious. They didn't have regular like potato gnocchi at the store. They had sweet potato gnocchi, and I'm not a big sweet potato girl, so honestly though, it doesn't taste much different. This is what you need on like a cold fall winter night, is this sheet pan dinner. There is nothing better. And I feel like it's pretty nutritious. I had a friend visiting, so I just have not eaten like a single vegetable in a week, so that's on me. That's on me. It is 8:44. It took me about an hour to cook this, but it was worth it. Oh my god, so good. Okay, you guys, before we officially start wrapping up and getting ready for bed, I wanted to do a little book segment for the night, because what's cozier than reading, curling up with a good book? Nothing. And I have been loving reading before bed every single night here. It helps me just fall asleep so much easier. I've been really good about not being on my phone right before bed, and so that's part of my rituals, reading. I buy books throughout my vlogs, but I don't really sit down and talk about what I've read or what I'm reading or what I'm going to read. So this is a little bit of everything. What I finished the last few weeks and months, what I'm currently reading. So with what I've read since I've been here. Hey everyone, it's Edidina Lee. Realizing that I never explained what any of these books are about, so I figured I'd pop in for each one and just give a quick rundown of the summary. The Next Everest is by Jim Davidson, and it's basically about this man who was on Everest during the 2015 Nepal earthquake, and this earthquake released avalanches on Everest that resulted in the deadliest day on Everest in recorded history, and he was stranded on Everest for 2 days. So it goes through that whole experience, but then also talks about the aftermath of that experience and him eventually deciding to return to Mount Everest and to fulfill his lifelong dream of climbing the tallest mountain in the world. So that's what this one was about. I finished The Next Everest. You may know throughout some of my vlogs, I'm really into like mountaineering disasters. This was good. I think I was really comparing it to Into Thin Air by Jon Krakauer, which is just one of my absolute favorite books of all time, and it's so phenomenal. And this just wasn't that book, but it was still really amazing. And I mean, it's written by the guy who experienced it, and it was inspirational, so I like this. Should I rate them? I'll rate them out of 5 stars. I give this 3 out of 5 stars. Okay, next up is A Throne of Glass. If you know, you know. This is the first book in a multi-book series. It's basically about this young female assassin who's considered the most deadliest assassin in the realm, but she's been captured. So to win her freedom, she's been summoned to the castle where the evil king lives with his handsome young son Prince, and the loyal and stoic captain of the guard, who of course both fight for her affection. But she has to compete in a competition with a bunch of other thugs and hooligans to see who will become the king's champion. And if she becomes the champion, then she gets to win her freedom in about like 5 years after being the king's champion, which is basically his bodyguard assassin person. Yeah. I read a Court of Thorn and Roses, and I liked that series. My best friend is like literally obsessed with it so much, so I'm reading it because of her, and I like that series. And at first I didn't really like this book, but the more I got into it, honestly, by the end I was like, okay, I like these characters, like I'm with it. I would give this I'd give this 3 out of 5 stars too. Okay, and next up, I just finished this today. It's The Vegetarian. I'm gonna read bits of the back because I don't really know how to describe it myself. There's this woman, she gets these very vivid and intense dreams of blood and animal and cruelty, and this basically prompts her to stop eating meat, which becomes a very controversial within her family, including her husband, her father, her sister's husband. She renounces eating meat altogether. It's a small act of independence, but it interrupts her marriage and sets into motion an increasingly grotesque chain of events at home. As her husband, her brother-in-law, and her sister each fight to reassert their control, soon their attempts turn desperate, subjecting first her mind and then her body to ever more intrusive and perverse violations. And that's that book. I am giving this a question mark out of 5 stars. I really do not know how I feel about this book. I thought it was gonna be a horror, but it's not really a horror. It's disturbing for sure, but it's more like dramatic, like more of a drama piece than anything. But I don't know what to make of it. I don't think I really liked it, but I'm also just like, I don't think I get it. And I think I had an idea of what it was and it wasn't that. So that's not the book's fault. I don't know. If you have read this, I don't know. I just finished it today, so I feel like I need some time apart from it to really like fully come to my senses, because I do that with movies where I'm like, I don't really like that, and then I think about it like every day for, you know, a month, and I'm like, well, if I think about it that often, it had some lasting impression. Like, I guess I did like it, so I need some time to see. Okay, moving on. This is what I'm currently reading. I always read around like 2 books at a time. I've been reading Bram Stoker's Dracula. I'm pleasantly so surprised by this book. It was written, when was this written? Everyone hang on. It was written in 1897. It's probably the oldest book I've ever read, and I was afraid that was gonna be kind of difficult to get through, but it's not. It's actually very easy to read, and it's spooky, and I'm loving it. So it's very thin pages, so it's like, I think it's gonna take me a long time to get through this, but pleasantly surprised by this book. Next up, I'm so excited. I started this book today. This is Bunny. I talked about this in one of my other vlogs. It's about a grad student. Should I be telling you what these books are about? Okay, from here on out, I'll tell you what these books are about. I talked about this in another vlog, but it's about a grad student who is repelled by these group of like very popular girls at her school that call themselves bunnies. Then she gets invited to join their group, and I love this. This is what gets me. As Samantha plunges deeper and deeper into the bunnies' world and begins to take part in their monstrous experiments, the edges of reality begin to blur. I really like that. So I'm so excited to be reading this right now. That is it for my book haul. Thank you guys for listening to all that if you did. And let me know if you've read any of these and what you think. And if you have any book recommendations, please let me know, because I'm always looking for books to add to my TBR that I won't read for multiple years. So another thing that is a part of my nighttime ritual that I've been really bad at is rosemary spraying and scalp massaging my hair at night. So this is something I was really religious about for about 3 years now, and I do feel like it contributes a lot to like my hair health and its rapid growth that it has. I don't know about like hair density, but I do think there's a lot of benefits towards it. But I have been so tired when I get home from either my internship or my job that I just have not done it, and it's such a crucial part of my routine, and it makes me feel really good to do it, and so I really want to try and get back into that. So we're gonna do that for about 15 minutes, and while we're doing that, we are watching Ghost Files, Ryan and Shane. This is like one of my comfort YouTube things, and I need something that makes me feel really happy, that like elicits happiness and comfort, because I am on the verge of tears right now. So we're not gonna dwell on that. We have a scalp to massage, and so that's what we're gonna do. No one look at me. It's so stupid that I still have to floss my teeth. Even when the world is falling apart. Come a little closer. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching this vlog. I hope you guys liked it. I had a few more things that I'd kind of planned to do, but I need to go to bed. And tomorrow's election day. If I don't laugh, I'll cry, and I'm already crying. So this was a much needed day though. I got a lot of stuff done today earlier in the day, and then kind of just had this cozy night in, and so I'm proud of myself. I didn't do much, but I'm proud of myself for making it through another day, and we're gonna do the same thing tomorrow, and life goes on, and that's okay. We're gonna read our book that we're so excited to read tonight. If you guys liked this kind of vlog, it's a little bit different than what I normally do because I feel like I'm normally going on like these mini adventures. So if you like something a little bit more slow paced like this and would like to see more of that, just let me know. I'm happy to do it. I'm sure now that perpetual darkness has fallen over Boston, you might be seeing a lot more vlogs like this. So yeah. Okay, love you guys.